What is safety? We use the word all the time, and I'm sure everyone has a different definition for it, but what does it really mean? One of the best definitions of safety is freedom from risk. It's that simple. In other words, if we're not at risk, then we're safe. One way to be safe is to remove the risk. For example, we might erect a safety barrier so we are free from the risk of falling over a cliff. If we're free from the risk, then we're safe. So let's examine how this relates to your job as a school bus driver. First, let's look at some situations where you can remove the risk entirely. If you never have to back up your bus, then you're completely free from the risk of a backing accident. If you're free from risk, then you're safe from a backing accident. If you count the students as they exit your bus and count again once they're away from the bus, you're free from the risk of injuring anyone as you pull away from the bus stop. If you always perform a thorough and accurate pre-trip inspection, you're free from the risk of having a safety problem with your school bus. Of course, sometimes we can't avoid the risk entirely, but even in those situations, we can often reduce the risk. For example, if you always stay 4 seconds behind the vehicle in front of you, you greatly reduce the chance of having a rear-end collision. Another example is when you're making left turns where pedestrians could be crossing the street. If you always rock and roll back and forth in your seat, you eliminate the blind spots and reduce the risk of hitting a pedestrian. Less risk means you are safer. Okay, so now we know that safety means freedom from risk. And even if we can't eliminate the risk, we can often reduce it, and that makes us safer. Understanding this principle is vital to your role as a school bus driver.